Hey guys, it's Brett from Misfit Media, and I'm sitting down with Michelle from Carl and Chelle's restaurant. Michelle, before we really dive into it, can you just kind of give me a quick background about yourself and your guys' restaurant?
Sure. It's my husband and I. I'm Chelle, who's Carl, and it's a steakhouse, and we've been in business for just 8 years. This past September, and we've been in the restaurant business for a total of about 15 years. But this one location for the last 8 years. We have a daughter who is 16, and I live, eat, and breathe the restaurant.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, it's been a pleasure working with you guys so far. I mean, you guys have an awesome concept. That's what we saw initially, and even on our first phone call. Before working with Misfit Media, though, what kinds of marketing strategies were you guys doing?
Well, we have always had our loyalty program, a VIP program for, that would be for our guests that continually come back. It's a
Mhm.
point system. We toyed around a little bit with some Facebook marketing, on our own. And, we do a little bit of print, a little bit of, a little bit, just sprinkled a little bit this here, there, and yonder. And we tried a couple of different programs for new customers, but hadn't really found anything that stuck.
Got it. Got it. And then since working with us at Misfit, I mean, what have you noticed kind of change at the restaurant in general?
So the biggest thing that I've seen is the amount of new customers walking in the door. They're not our current customers or our regular customers. We're reaching, people that have never been here before and never heard of us, even though we've been here for 8 years and it's a somewhat small town. But a lot of people did not know that we were here.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. And that's something that I've noticed, honestly, with a lot of our clients is, they're doing really well in retention and people are coming back, and that's great. But it's that new customer acquisition, which is kind of a pain point, right? And they're trying all these different marketing strategies, but they're not sure what's working, what's not. And that's also a problem, obviously, right? Um,
Right.
and on that note, I mean, can you talk to us about some specifics of your campaigns? I mean, I know we did so far in just these first 2 months, we did a buy one, get one entree and then a buy one, get one pork chops offer.
Right. So we've had about 223 of the offers come back in. And that's out of the 1,100 people that signed up. So that's a 20% redemption rate, which is, in my opinion, pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And I would say out of those 223 redemptions, I would say 80% plus are actually brand new customers that have never been in the restaurant before. So for me, that's the most impressive because I'm reaching new people, which is obviously what we need to do to stay here 8 more years times 50.
Absolutely. That's amazing. I love that. I love that. And on that note, so the 80% of new people, are they also like ideal customers for you guys? I mean, are they the right kind of customers too?
I'm going to say that I would feel like over probably 60% would wind up being repeat customers for us. That,
Nice.
I mean, and that's just a guess at this point because we're only 2 months into it. But yes, I do. And obviously, what we want to do is get them, once they come in the doors, get them into our VIP program. And so we just launched that second portion of your program where they got the bounce back, is what I call it, for a free dessert, if they
Yeah.
received the first offer. So I really didn't think that would be huge, but only in the first week we've already had several redemptions, and that's not anything like a BOGO. So they're
Yeah.
coming back in, they're having dinner, and then just getting treated a dessert. So I'm impressed so far, honestly. And
That's amazing.
yeah, and the biggest thing is I don't have to do anything for me. That's the biggest thing
Yes.
for me. So
I love it. I love it. Yeah, and that's the thing. What we find a lot of times is a lot of times we'll come working with a restaurant and they'll have actually a big list of customers or something, but they're not doing anything with it. And so we can come in and take that list and actually monetize it, or obviously bring in a whole bunch of new customers, right?
right.
Um, okay, and then overall, like in general, I mean, what do you guys feel like you've learned so far working with us on our programs? I know obviously we just launched that new stuff too, but what have you learned in general about marketing with us and working with Misfit in general?
Well, I mean, it's been a great experience for me so far. Anytime if I've had a question or needed anything, Radhika has, immediately responded back, whether it be, text, phone call, or email. So, I've not been lost in the dark, if I had a question about anything. And, great customer service.
I love it. I love it. And on that note too, I mean, if you look at your customers coming through, obviously we have like a surveys portion too. You
Yeah.
guys must have great customer service. You guys are absolutely killing it, because I don't think I've seen one bad survey result from what I've seen on your stats. I mean,
Um,
seriously, it's
that,
amazing.
I I forgot about that portion, but I absolutely love that portion of the program, because anything that we do, I always want to get feedback from our guests because they're paying our bills. And so, yeah, when we got that first survey back, I just, went crazy on my staff. I was like, y'all are awesome. I mean, this is crazy. We had,
I love it.
gosh, I wrote the numbers out, but I don't remember now. But anyways, I think we had like 120 that actually, or maybe, no, at the time of the redemption, when I saw the first surveys, we had 120 redemptions, and we had over 80 people actually fill out the survey. And of that,
Wow.
we had, one was a 5, but that was my regular customer, and we happen to know she's not very tech savvy, so we know that was an accident. And
Got
then
it.
everything else, we had all 9s and 10s, and I think 2 8s. So that was pretty amazing.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. And then, I mean, Michelle, just for anyone that's, kind of maybe on the fence about working with Misfit, what would you tell them in general?
I would tell them to definitely give it a shot. I mean, if new customers and retention is what you're looking for, and you don't want to have to. I mean, for me, time is very valuable. So all of the things I had tried in the past took up a lot of my time because I didn't know what I was doing, and I was trying to teach myself to do the marketing. So my whole philosophy is don't reinvent the wheel. You guys know exactly what you're doing. So if you're looking for new customers and retention, then I would certainly give it a shot.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Well,
Yep.
thank you so much, Michelle. Again, it's been awesome working with you guys. You guys have an awesome concept. What we say here in marketing in general is that marketing accelerates the truth of a brand. You guys already have an awesome brand. All we're doing is accelerating the growth process behind that. So it's been a pleasure with you guys so far. And I'm looking forward to the next campaign. So we'll chat soon.
All right.
Thanks a
Sounds
lot.
good. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.